All right. I thought a really good basketball game. I thought a really good basketball game against a really good team. We were coming off a really tough performance on Wednesday, and I think we learned some lessons there. Really, really proud of the effort that our kids put through today. And there's always things you can look at a box score and be upset about. Obviously giving up 27 offensive rebounds is really tough. But the flip side of that is I know that they missed about 50 shots. I think they missed 54 shots. I think our defense was really good against probably the best offense in our league, at least statistically right now. So I thought we made them really uncomfortable. They missed some shots maybe they otherwise would have made. You have to give our kids credit for that, and I thought we really battled. And we can always, over 45 minutes and over a full box score, look back and see things that we could have done differently. You wish you had a few possessions back, but I really, really love our team. I love the individuals on our team. I love the way that we're kind of building right now. I love that they're pissed right now, but I also love that they're really excited to get back in the gym next week and go on another run. Yeah, and I think that was really the more concerning part on Wednesday was, one of those games where, again, you give credit to the opponent and the other coaching staff, but I just didn't think we shared the basketball very well. I didn't think that ball was flying all over the place. I didn't think the ball had energy, which we talk about a lot. I thought that was so much better today, to have 20 assists on 24 baskets, that's back to playing the way that we want to play. And, did that turn into a few extra turnovers at times? Yes, but I think that defense that we saw today is different than any defense we've seen over the 15-plus games that we've played this year. And our kids are young, and we're still playing a new system. Those aren't excuses. We're still upset about them. We still know that we need to improve on some things. But I thought overall, on both ends of the floor, the effort was there. Our kids played well together. Our kids on the bench that didn't play a second were out there on the floor helping and keeping the energy up. So I was really proud of it, and I felt like it was back to what we have, the way that we've played this season. I think from a preparation standpoint, I think there's some really, really top-tier exceptional teams in our league, UMASS being one of them. And, there's the flip side of that. There's no easy teams in our league. There's no cakewalks. You look at every team and even kind of keeping an eye on some games today and even over this last week, there's not games that you're like, oh, well, thank God we get to go there, or thank God we got this team coming. And like you said, the flip side of that is we know UMass is a top 40 team in the country, top 50 team in the country in the net rankings. And, we looked at today as a really good opportunity. We were not in a good place Wednesday night. We were probably not in a good place for the first 65 minutes of practice on Thursday. Our kids needed that, and they needed to bounce back. And you didn't know what was going to happen today. And if we laid an egg today and didn't play well, you could have tipped your cap to UMass and said, that's a really, really good team, and we just got to get better. Our kids had the lead through 44 minutes and 55 seconds there, and our kids didn't make a mistake at the end. It wasn't a blown assignment. It wasn't, hey, we let a kid go and do something that she does all the time. You probably are not saying that Mayo was their number one option, or at least the one option that we were trying to really take away. The kid made a runner, and as she starts making the play going that way, I said to myself, it's one you take. And if the kid makes a shot, the kid makes the shot. You can't be upset with the way Sib guarded that, even probably the way Kayla helped on that. I would have taken that same thing again, and kudos to her. She made a play, and they made plays throughout the game, but I was really proud that we always bounced back and made plays ourselves. From a foul trouble standpoint, I thought our kids managed that well. Maybe look back that I didn't. I think, Grace getting a foul 2 seconds into the game felt like we had to manage that a little bit. I thought there was a couple times that maybe she got aggressive, and all of a sudden you're thinking in your head, now she's got to play 35 minutes, 30 minutes with 2 fouls. So we subbed there, but I thought the kids that came in played well. And then Grace came in thinking that we were going to kind of give her a blow a little bit in the second half, and she was too valuable to take off the floor. There were some times with Kayla and Emma from our standpoint that we had to manage it. If anything, it was maybe from our end of maybe not always taking advantage of some foul trouble that they had. They went zone at the end of the end of the second quarter. We didn't have very good possessions against the zone those couple of minutes. We tried to attack Mayo a little bit there to start the fourth quarter. Maybe we could have done that a little bit better, and maybe she's not in the game at the end. But those are things that, I still thought our kids made plays at the end of the game. What did we shoot? We were over 57% shooting in overtime. We were over 50% shooting in the fourth quarter. Our kids made plays in big moments against a big team. that's a lot of growth, and we can sit here and talk about our youth and talk about the kids that were making plays and how much eligibility they have. But, aside from that, our team, this year's team, what we have right now is getting a lot better. I like our firepower, and I just love that we went back to playing our basketball today. Maybe this is just me as a coach, but I don't always think so much about, we got to go on the road or it's home. I mean, we get jacked up to play at home. Don't get me wrong. I think we have a cool environment going right now. I think we have a really, really cool rapport with our fans. Everything we looked forward to over the last year and a half of finally getting back and having a little more social time with them. Obviously, that hasn't worked out like it has from everything else going on in society right now. But, yeah, I mean, this is a tough group. We've learned how to win on the road. Even last year, we won on the road. 2 years ago, we won on the road. It's a weird quality that our kids have that we don't talk about how these things change on the road, and we have to do this. Our kids just go play, and we didn't the other night. But I have no doubt that our kids are going to come and be ready to play on Wednesday. In a weird way, maybe a confidence booster. I think that's not how I want our kids thinking, and we're really upset about the loss, but I also look back to the Ohio game, and I thought our kids, and for good reason, felt good about a lot of things that we did well in that game. And we went off and we played really well for about 6-7 weeks until we didn't last game. But now you look back and say that's 9 out of 10 games over the last month plus that we've played really well. We have to fix some things, but we've played really well and just more excited. I don't care where we get to play. The fact that we get to coach and get to play with this team is a gift, and I'm really excited about Opportunity Wednesday, but really for the rest of the season.